Bitcoin Daily Technical Analysis, August 2nd, 2026. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is Sunday, August 2nd, 2026, and in this video we're going to take a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame and answer one important question. Is Bitcoin preparing for a recovery, or are we still in a bearish structure? At the time of this analysis, Bitcoin is trading around the $62,000 area, so this is a very important zone for the next directional move. Let's start with the bigger picture. On the daily chart, Bitcoin is still showing a weak market structure compared with the previous bullish phase. We've seen lower highs and significant selling pressure, and the market has not yet given us a strong confirmation that the larger bearish structure is completely over. However, there is one interesting development. Bitcoin is currently trying to stabilize around the $62,000 support region. This level is important because if buyers can defend it and start creating higher lows on the daily chart, we could see the beginning of a recovery phase. But if Bitcoin loses this area with a strong daily close below it, the probability of another leg lower increases significantly. So, let's talk about the key levels. The first major support zone is around $60,000 to $62,000. This is the area bulls really need to defend. If Bitcoin remains above this zone, the market still has a chance to build a base and attempt a recovery. Below that, the next important area is around $58,000 to $60,000. And if the market loses that zone as well, we could potentially see Bitcoin move toward the mid-$50,000s. Now, on the upside, the first important resistance is around $64,000 to $65,000. This is the area I would watch very closely. Why? Because a daily close above this resistance, followed by a successful retest, would be the first meaningful sign that buyers are coming back into the market. Above $65,000, the next important area is approximately $68,000 to $70,000. And $70,000 is psychologically important. If Bitcoin can reclaim $70,000 and hold above it on the daily time frame, the entire short-term structure could start looking much more bullish. So right now, I don't think it's smart to simply say, Bitcoin is bullish. Or, Bitcoin is going to crash. The chart is currently in a decision zone. We need confirmation. Let's also look at momentum. After the recent decline, Bitcoin has been attempting to stabilize rather than aggressively continue lower. This tells us that selling pressure may be losing some strength. But stabilization is not the same thing as a trend reversal. That's an extremely important distinction. For me, the confirmation of a bullish reversal would require three things. Number 1. Bitcoin needs to hold the $60,000, $62,000 support area. Number 2. Bitcoin needs to break above $64,000, $65,000 with a strong daily candle. And number 3. After the breakout, we want to see a successful retest instead of an immediate rejection. If those three conditions happen, then Bitcoin could have room to move toward $68,000, $70,000 and potentially higher. But if Bitcoin gets rejected around $64,000, $65,000 and then breaks below $60,000, that would be a very different story. That would tell us that sellers are still in control. So, what's my current bias? Short term, I would call it neutral to slightly bearish until Bitcoin proves otherwise. The reason is simple. The market hasn't produced a confirmed daily bullish reversal yet. I'm watching the $62,000 support and the $65,000 resistance as my two main levels. Above $65,000, the probability of a recovery increases. Below $60,000, the risk of another sell-off increases. And somewhere between these levels, I would expect volatility and potentially a lot of fake breakouts. One more important point. Don't trade a level just because Bitcoin touches it. What matters is how price reacts to the level. A wick below support followed by a strong daily close back above it can be bullish. But a clean daily close below support, followed by a failed retest, can be a very bearish signal. So always pay attention to the daily candle close, not just the intraday price. To summarize, Bitcoin is currently trading around the $62,000 area. The key support zone is $60,000 to $62,000. The first major resistance is $64,000 to $65,000. Above $65,000, we can start watching $68,000 to $70,000. Below $60,000, the bearish scenario becomes much stronger, with the mid $50,000s becoming a possible downside area. For now, Bitcoin is at a critical decision point. Bulls need to defend support and reclaim resistance. Bears need to break support and maintain control below it. So don't chase the market. Wait for confirmation. That's it for today's Bitcoin Daily Analysis. If you found this analysis useful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Bitcoin will reclaim $65,000, or are we going lower from here? I'll see you in the next Bitcoin update. Trade safe, manage your risk, and remember, this is technical analysis, not financial advice.